Welcome to the stream. I am here with an update on your San Juan Zephyrs. I wish I had amazing news. I have, I guess, somewhat exciting news because we are in the hunt to not get relegated. I wish I could tell you that we are definitely staying up in Major League Baseball and not getting sent back to the Premier League, but unfortunately, some drama is necessary. And speaking of drama, let's kick it off with your theme song. Yeah, I'm still pumped whenever the Zephs theme song comes on. Let me share my screen and show you the standings. You can get an idea for where we are. Last time we spoke, it was opening day. We had a big win on opening day, a 6-1 victory over Columbus. We remain ahead of them in the standings. And let me show you. So here you can see the NL East. The Zephs are at 49 and 81. Columbus is at 42 and 89. And San Juan does have the best record of any of the promoted teams from last year. So if you take a peek over in the American League, you have in the AL Central, Nashville at 39 and 93, and Mexico City at 37 and 93. The best place to look really is the bottom of the wild card standings. So this is kind of new. Usually you check the baseball standings and you've got you have your division leaders and you're looking to see who's in the wild card race. And now you're looking at the bottom too to see who the two teams are in each side that would be relegated. So if you look at the bottom in the AL and the NL, you've got the four teams who were promoted, which kind of makes sense. I was hoping, we might have people a little more in the hunt, but things don't look awful for the Zephs. We're 49 and 81. We are about to start a 3-game series against Pittsburgh. I'm going to stream at least some of that tonight, and we need to gain some ground on them. It's late August. It's Monday, August 23rd, 2021. We're living in the future. Wish I could give you some updates from the future about something other than the Zephs, but I can't. Let's take a quick look at the Premier Baseball League standings so you can see what's happening over there, because I know sometimes people have asked me, well, what's happening there? Who are the teams that are winning there and looking to get promoted? So as of right now, it is the 4 teams. If the season ended today, the 4 teams that were relegated would be promoted back to Major League Baseball. But pretty interesting, the 5th place team, Indianapolis, they're only have 6 fewer wins than the Miami Barons, the rebranded by the AI Miami Marlins. So, and then if you look, the Charlotte Biscuits are only 2 games back from Indianapolis. So if Miami or Texas, I think, are the only likely teams, if either of those teams falls off here, I think there is a chance. And by the way, Texas just was on a hot streak. As you can see, they're in their last 10, they're 9-1. So they have actually jumped from 4th to 3rd place. But I think there is possibility as the season winds down here for there to be a little bit of a race there for that 4th and maybe the 3rd spot between 4 teams, Texas, Miami, Indianapolis, and maybe Charlotte. So we'll see what happens there. But back to Major League Baseball. Let me give you a quick update before we dive into the games too on what the Zephs have done. The team looks a bit different than the last time I checked in with you guys. We went out and added some guys. Basically what happened is I actually think I'll start with some injuries just so you can see our injured list. Billy Hamilton is out at this point only 3 to 4 months, but he's been out. It was a 7 to 8 month injury. It happened in early April. So our center fielder that we went out and got so we could lock it down defensively out there and have some speed, he's been out. We added Cespedes as a bat because our offense was horrendous, and he was hurt almost immediately. This wasn't too long ago that we got him, probably in July sometime. we had a catcher get injured who was a very good catcher. And I decided, let's go get another catcher. And we got probably the best defensive catcher available in this game, Austin Hedges. And 4 games in, he got hurt. And then, sorry, I see we're getting some comments. So let me just see what's going on in the comments. So any Zephs news for me is amazing. Good to hear. Let's go crabs. Yeah, blue crabs. Catch up on the latest on them in This Week in Blue Crabs, also available on the Fake Sports Dynasties channel. O's with a nice record. Yes, very nice record for the O's. Oh, Brian says he means Zephyrs, but really, I'll take both. Crabs, Zephyrs. And Tyler, thank you for the compliment on the format. So, injuries. We also had some key pitchers. Miley was somebody we had coming into the season, a lefty who I thought, might be a decent starter for us. He got hurt. Pineda was hurt really early. Actually, no, not really early. He was not good early, and then he eventually got hurt. And we have a couple other guys who have been coming back. Leon was one of our catchers who was also injured. And then let me show you what we did at the trade deadline. So, I've been adding pieces to this team. So early, my strategy was this. We came into spring training. I wanted to see what we had. I knew we had really good defense, questionable pitching, and probably not great offense. But I thought that what we could do is build a team with some great defense, hopefully good enough pitching, and maybe just enough offense that we could win some low-run ball games. And that hasn't exactly happened. We've done okay. We're the best of the 4 teams that were promoted. Let me show you what we did pitching-wise. Big news at the deadline was when we went out and traded for Zach Greinke. And he's been on fire since he came over. He's been 2-1 in 20 innings pitched, 27 Ks and 2 walks and a .9 ERA. He's been, as advertised, very happy with the move the ball club made there. So Arrieta is still in a rotation. Kikuchi's a guy we went out and traded for when we just didn't have enough starting pitching. We got John Means in a trade with the Blue Jays because he'd been dealt last year from the Orioles to the Blue Jays. We've loaded up our bullpen because we added Kelly, I'd say a few weeks before the trade deadline, maybe a little longer. He's pitched 26 games for us. Kimbrel we just got. And then Will Smith we added. So we have stocked up on arms in the bullpen. Pretty much everybody here has been around for a little bit, I think. A couple of these guys have been down in AAA or injured. Boyd was our number 1 starter most of the season, but he actually has the worst FIP out of any of the starters. And I just decided to put him as the long man because a couple of these other guys were throwing better. And give that a shot. And John Means hasn't been much better than him, but he's been in a small sample size doing well enough that I'm going to keep him in the rotation. So that's kind of what's going on there. Then as far as the lineups go, still, been building this team a lot around the defense. Most of these guys that you're seeing here, a lot of them were around back early in the season. Simmons was hurt for a while. He's only played in 88 games so far. I traded for Iglesias. I believe I got him in the same trade I got Means in from the Blue Jays, and I moved him to second base. He's been great. He's been hitting extremely well. Josh Lowe was our Rule 5 guy, and he's young. He's only 23 years old, and he was coming up, I think, straight from AA, but he's put up 3 WAR already this season, OPS plus of 113. He's doing well. And, for a 23-year-old, he's hanging and putting up some decent numbers. And I'm excited to see what he can do over several seasons. So Reddick is another guy I traded for recently because we just didn't have enough bats. And he's been doing really well since I got him. I think those are kind of the main. Castro is another guy I got. After Hedges got hurt, I went out and got another catcher. Because Pena was hurt. I think Leon went down. We got Hedges. He was hurt. I got Castro. And then I think Pena came back. And that's kind of the story right now. So we have this 3-game series coming up against Pittsburgh. I'm going to sim at least the first game tonight. We really need to win all 3 so that we're only, I guess, 3 wins behind them. And then we just need to, that's really the story. Just get more wins than Pittsburgh between now and the end of the season. We do have, this wasn't good. We split a series with Columbus, a 2-game series there. We do have them again in a couple of weeks. We have a 4-game series against them in early September, and we really need to sweep them. Like these guys that are easier to face, we've just got to dominate them if we are going to avoid relegation. So let's get into it. I'll start simming this game. And yeah, and if we do get relegated, it's not the end of the world, because I have a feeling that I can build a team, knock on wood, that could get promoted back again the next season, and then hopefully be good enough to stick, because some of these young players I've got might be a more established core by then, and I'll kind of know, what else we need to add. But it would be fantastic to stick around. So that's kind of what I'm going for. It's definitely what I'm going for, is to just see if we can stay in this race and finish ahead of the Pirates. There's really not anybody else that we can catch realistically. You know what? I mean, the Cardinals could fade, or the Giants, I guess, but it just, with as little time there is left in the season, that's just a lot of ground. So we're going to go here, and we are going to play the game versus Pittsburgh. And let me know once this boots up if there's any audio issues. I don't know if you'll be able to hear the crowd, but sometimes I've messed with the lineups, and the lineup I have right now is one where I have after I got some guys back from injuries and picked up guys at the trade deadline, I've been letting the AI pick it a little bit, and I'm just going to leave this alone. And we're going to see what happens here in game 1 of this crucial series against Pittsburgh. I've got it set so the manager is going to call everything, and I'm just going to watch. So if you've tuned in for this, you've tuned into the right game, because we've got Greinke on the mound. So this should be a good one, Zephs fans. I'm going to go ahead and start the game. And these are home games too. So it's good to be back at Zephyrs Ballpark in sunny San Juan. So Pittsburgh's won 2 of 3 from us this year. Currently at 67 degrees. I'll take it. All right, we got a Pittsburgh base runner right away, but I'm confident that Zach's going to handle this just fine. And there's the defense that we went out and got. Double play. All right, they got another man aboard. But here we go. Let's go. We got this. All right, that's it. So Zeph's coming to bat. Rosario's leading off. Let's go, Jose. Ooh, struck him out. Okay, here's Reddick with 2 down. And we go 1, 2, 3. Adrian's is a guy I went out and got at some point during the season. I think it was a trade. I don't think he was a waiver wire guy. I have been keeping a close eye on the waiver wire because there's a lot of guys that other teams have that kind of are their, 1, 2, 3 guys that they might be, shuttling back to the minors that aren't quite ready for the big leagues yet, but they are able to crack the Zephyrs roster. Brian, I don't know what I modeled this after, what ballpark. I didn't actually create it. Hang on, I think I got to take this comment down and see what I did over here. There we go. This was a ballpark that the AI just created. Each of the teams had a ballpark when they were created for the Premier Baseball League. I don't know what this one's modeled after. It could be, who knows, an exact replica of one of the real Major League stadiums. I'm not sure. All right, so no, we haven't had a base runner yet. Here's Josh Lowe, 19 home runs on the season. Struck him out. All right, the Zephs go quietly again. Here's their pitcher batting now. So, yeah, we are a National League team, so no DH here. A lot of little singles here by Zach. He's given up, which that's fine. I just don't want him to throw too many pitches too soon. Trying to pick him off. Did he get him? Yeah. Picked him off first base. Nice. Okay, so here's Simmons, who has not been having a good season. He was injured, and he has just not been good. Wasn't good before the injury, hasn't been good after the injury. But I've stuck with him as a shortstop because his defense is really good, and I was just hoping he just needed some time after coming back from his injury. So we'll see what happens there. So Greinke's batting now. And he's out. And we're going to head now to the top of the fourth. Nothing. Struck him out. All right, here's Bell. And Rosario's got that one. It was good to have him in center field after Hamilton went down. I'm glad I grabbed him in the Rule 5. So it looks like a double here for Pittsburgh now for Kevin Newman. So now with 2 outs, they've got a man on second. And it's time to shut him down. Let's go, guys. Rosario's got that one. Nice. And he's batting now, and Rosario's retired. So 1 away here in the bottom of the fourth. Nothing. Here's Iglesias. And he's down. So two away. Here's Reddick, who's hitting .305 with 6 home runs, 23 RBIs, and 141 at-bats this season. He's been good for the Zephs. All right, top of the 5th now. Still no score. Okay, turn 2. No. All right, 1 away, man on second. Their pitcher, Brubaker, is up now. And did he let that drop? Okay, so we got one away. First and third for the Pirates. We need a double play ball. Here it is. Here it is. Let's go. No throw to first. And they have a 1-0 lead. Okay, so there's the third out on a line drive to right field. Zephs need to put some runs on the board here. Let's go. Let's go. And that won't get a run on the board because that's a strikeout. Here's Josh Lowe. That's another strikeout. How many Ks does Brubaker have? And that's 3 up, 3 down. Top of the 6th now. So Josh Bell now with 1 out. That's not good. Off the wall. He's going for 3, though. Can we get him? No, he's in there with a triple. And Greinke should still have something left in the tank here. Here's Newman. That should drive in the run. Oh, yeah. At first, I thought maybe he was looking at his hack fly, but nope, that's over his head. It's a double. Pirates lead 2-0 now. All right, 2 away, 2 away. Struck him out. Okay. Bottom of the 6th. It's starting to get late here in the game. We need to start putting some hits up. I don't know that we have a hit yet. Yeah, no hits yet. No walks. So, yeah, not just a no-hitter, but a perfect game going against us here in the 6th. And there's another strikeout. So, hey, if you don't see a Zephs win, maybe you'll get to see a perfect game. Three outs. So, yeah, Brubaker and the Pirates are perfect through 6. We'll go to the top of the 7th now. And there's a pitching change for the Zephs. Connor Menez has been in our rotation for a good bit of the season. And now I'm using him out of the pen as a lefty option there, as I found some other starters after we got Greinke and some other guys emerged as guys who were deserving of a shot in the starting rotation. And I like having him as a lefty in the pen. So there's 2 outs now here in the top of the 7th for the Pirates. And that's a walk. So we've got a man on first. Ground ball. This should do it. All right. Now we need some offense. Let's break this perfect game open. Come on. There we go. There we go. There goes the no-hitter, the perfect game, everything. That's at least a double. Triple. Rosario's into third. Nice. This is a good way to get something going. Man on third. No outs here in the 7th. Iglesias, who's been a really good hitter for us, is at the plate. He's going to drive the run in on a fielder's choice. So we've got a 2-1 game here, and now that's the 2nd out of the 7th. Okay, infield single. Here we go. Here we go. Let's do this. Josh Lowe, let's go. Let's go. All right, that's going to move runner to third. So we've got first and third, 2 outs. Adrianza, who's been a good hitter for us this season. Did he walk him? Wait, we stealing on that? We stole on that. We stole. I should fire the manager during the game. That was insanity. That's what that was. Brian asked in the comments, what was that? Insanity. First and third, 2 outs, and we just ended the inning with getting thrown out, stealing second. This is a base running team. They like to steal. The manager that I have right now is a guy who's a small ball guy, and we are, I think, 4th in the league in steals, but you just don't steal there. Billy Bean would have gone down and fired that guy in the middle of the game. So now we got a man on second for the Pirates to lead off the inning. There's a pitch out. No, they're going to walk Bell. Okay. That steal to end the inning last at bat for the Zephs was just atrocious. And now the Pirates have loaded up the bases with no outs. Pitching change. And they just threw one away. Okay, and there is a walk. So we got the bases loaded again. 3-1. No outs. Oh, and that's ripped. That's going to bring in at least a couple of runs. That's a triple to clear the bases. That's what that is. Okay, so six to 1. There's a strikeout. Kelly's not getting the job done here. It's great he's striking these guys out now, but he's gotten 3 outs here in a row after letting them break the game open. Zephs have a hole to dig themselves out of here, both in this game and in the standings. Two outs. There's a hit. All right, let's go. Let's try to get a couple runs here, and then we just need a few in the bottom of the ninth. Let's do this. Come on, come on. Somebody going to get in on that? I don't think the run's going to score. Nope. Okay, fine. The good thing is, unless my manager tries to steal home here, the runners are stuck at second and third, and hopefully one of them won't steal home here and get thrown out to take the bat out of the hands of Rosario. Is that going to drop in? Come on, come on. Nope, nope. 6-1, head of the top of the ninth. Here's Clay Holmes, who has been better lately. He was on a rehab assignment in the minors, did really well there, was not good before his injury, and now he's just a long relief guy. And I think I even have him avoiding high leverage situations. So he's in now with the game 6-1, just to give the arm a workout, I guess. But he's doing okay. We got 2 down. Man on first. This should do it. Flips to second. And we are headed to the bottom of the ninth in need of some runs. Iglesias is a good guy to have leading off, too. He's been one of our best hitters since coming over in a trade with the Blue Jays. Get in there. There we go. There we go. Man on first. Here's Reddick. And they're going to change their pitcher, bring in their closer. And he's going to get one out. We're getting into the heart of the order here. But there's two away, down to our last out. Here's Josh Lowe. You might remember him from a couple innings ago when he was up with two outs, runners at first and third. And Leary, the manager in the dugout for the Zephs, decided to have him steal. Actually, it might have been Lowe who was stealing. I can't even remember. But Pittsburgh wins this one 6-1. And that's not great. Here you can see how, our offense has been less than stellar. Defense has been solid. We're leading. We're in, not leading. At times we've been leading. We might be leading in one category or two, but we're usually in the top 3 to 5 in the key defensive categories. The pitchers. Yeah, Menez got tagged for these runs. Kelly was in to give up the hit that scored, I guess, all 3 of these. I think he gave up a bases clearing triple there. Greinke did okay. 2 runs scattered across and 9 hits scattered across 6 innings. I'll take it. He was pulled somewhat early in a game like this, having only given up 2 runs, to get pulled at 82 pitches. But let's go ahead and leave the game. I'm going to go ahead and play one more. So there we are now. We're 49 and 82, and the Pirates at 56 and 76 is who we're looking to catch. This just the relegation piece just changes everything. Just the way I look at all of this, it totally changes the way a team might want to rebuild, and maybe they don't care how bad they are. You want to be bad, but not so bad that you end up getting knocked down to the Premier Baseball League. And you want to be, so if you're rebuilding, you have to kind of be one of the best, worst teams in baseball. You can't be the worst team in baseball unless you don't mind getting knocked down to the lower league. So we'll finish today. And then we will play Pittsburgh again. Let's do it. Just looking at anything I might want to do to the lineup here. I think there are a couple changes. Yeah, Taylor's in the lineup, who has not been hitting, but he's very solid defensively. And I might leave this alone. I mean, these 3 guys have all been hitting well. Reddick's been good too. Taylor's not been hitting. Simmons hasn't been hitting. These are the guys I definitely would want down the bottom there. So I'm just going to go with it. And we've got John Means on the mound. All right, here we go. Welcome back to Zephyrs Ballpark for Game 2 of this critical series against the Pittsburgh Pirates, as these teams fight to not be one of the worst teams in baseball, facing relegation to the Premier Baseball League. Nobody wants that. All right, we got one away. And there's two. There's Taylor. I told you, we got that guy out there for his glove, not his bat. And he delivered the way we need him to. So Rosario's down. Here's Iglesias. Two away. Josh Lowe up. Looks like he's going to ground out to second. We're headed to the top of the second. Here's Josh Bell for Pittsburgh. Uh-oh. Could be trouble. 431 feet. Walked him. Did he? Did he walk him? Yeah. Okay, so man on first, one out. Track that down. He's got it. He's got it. Come on, Taylor. All right. We got one run on the Bell home run. So go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Pittsburgh. And there's Castro with base hit to get things started for the Zephs. Here's Reddick. And that's in there too. So we got something going here early. Let's be conservative on the base paths. How about that? Is that going to get in there? Nah, I think that's out. Yep, he's out. So one away. Here's Simmons, who really needs to start hitting. All right, so now we started off with 2 on and no outs. Now we've got 2 on still in the same place they were before, first and second, and 2 outs. Here's Taylor. And he's going to ground out because he does not have a bat, as we discussed earlier. All right. That was not the way to take advantage of some base runners. Get 2 on with nobody out to start the inning and nothing. Nothing to show for it. Not cool. All right, Lowe has it, and that's 3 outs. So let's go, Zephs. How about some dingers? Just hit some out. No more having to worry about them getting these base runners home. All right, that's the 3rd out. So we head to the top of the 4th now. Trailing 1-0. There's Bell again, and he's got another hit. Man on first, 1 out. Frazier's up. That's another hit. So we've got 2 on for the Pirates now with 1 away here in the top of the 4th. Got Kevin Newman at the plate. And I don't think that's going to get a run in. No, just moves everybody over. So we've got bases loaded now, 1 out. Really could use a double play ball here. And I don't believe that's a double play ball. That looks like a grand slam. So we now have a 5-0 Pirates lead. They've come down here to San Juan. Apparently ready with the bats. Boyd has come on to pitch. I don't exactly know when that happened. Maybe after the Grand Slam home run. All right, that's the final out, but we got another hole to dig out of. Head to the bottom of the fourth, trailing the Pirates 5-0. Josh Lowe's up. Come on, Zephs. All right, there's a hit. Castro. And another hit. So we've got 2 on with 1 out. First and second. Adrianza's at the plate. Drop in. There we go. That'll score a run. Nope, he's going to hold. All right, so PF Holden says the live action's choppy. But you can hear me okay? It's just the gameplay is choppy. Okay, so here's Simmons now with the bases loaded and 1 out. So the video's choppy, but the audio's fine. Okay. Interesting. So it's frozen. Let me see what I can do for you. All right, still frozen. Definitely keep me posted in the comments, and I will see what I can do to improve your viewer experience. All right. We got one hit all the way to the wall. It looks like it's brought in at least 1 run. Is there going to be a play at the plate? He's safe. Looks like we got a 5-3 game, everybody. So the video of the game is frozen. So you're just hearing my voice. So this is like baseball on the radio right now. So my webcam's working, but the screen is frozen. That's odd. Huh. Let me know if anything changes. So it's still 5-0 on the screen. Okay. Well, here in San Juan, it is a 5-3 game, and we are headed now to they've just gotten their last out. And we're headed to the top of the 5th. So you can see that it's 5-3 and it's not frozen anymore. Every 20 to 30 seconds, the game screen changes. Well, that's disappointing. Even on my studio screen, I can see it nicely. And I'm just going to mess with the sizing and see if that does anything. If not, I might not be able to depend on StreamYard for live streaming of the game. I might need to look into it for, I look into using OBS or something for that. So we'll see what happens here. Let me know as I scroll through things. Let me know if that does anything to improve it. But there's a 459-foot bomb for Pittsburgh to put them up 7-3. So honestly, it might be better if you can't see the game right now because it's not going well. We got a 7-3 Pittsburgh lead here with 2 outs, top of the 5th. I've made the screen smaller in hopes that maybe that gets rid of some of the jumpiness, but let me know. Here's Rosario, and he's out. So Iglesias is at the plate with 1 away. He hits a grounder to second. Newman has it. So we've got 2 down now. My webcam is grainy now too. I think it might be a StreamYard thing. Oh, interesting. All right. Well, sorry for the low quality of the broadcast. I'll keep messing with it and seeing if it gets any better on my end, and just keep me posted in the comments and let me know what's happening. In the meantime, I'll keep you up to date in the audio on this, at the moment, just atrocious performance by your San Juan Zephyrs. We're one of the top of the 6th. Pittsburgh leads 7-3. Apparently, they came down here to the island looking to make sure that they avoid relegation. And Will Smith's now going to come on for the Zephs here in the top of the 6th. We got a ground out to first now. So that's the 3rd out of the inning. And here we go to the bottom of the 6th. We have Jason Castro leading things off. He rips one out to center. That's going to land at the base of the wall. Looks like he's going to get a double here. Okay, so we got something going to start the inning. We need to get a lot of things going. Reddick here at the plate now. And he's going to get an infield single. So we got now 1st and 3rd. And it looks good again for you, Brian. You're good? So 1st and 3rd now. Adrian's is at the plate. And that's going to drop in there. So that's going to score a run. So we got now a 7-4 game. Runners at 1st and 2nd. No outs. Simmons at the plate. And that'll be the first out of the inning, a fly out that's not deep enough to allow anybody to tag up. And here's Michael Taylor. And he's going to fly out to shortstop. And we've got Brian Dozier now in, it looks like, to pinch hit. And he struck out. But we get a run. We trail by 3 now, headed to the top of the 7th. Struck him out. All right, I'm glad it's looking better, guys. Thanks for sticking with me here through the choppiness. Looks like we got a double here by Pittsburgh with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Strike 3. So 2 outs. All right, let's shut this down. We really can't let them score any more runs right now. There we go. Seventh inning stretch time. And Rosario is going to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th. Strike 3. And they still have Musgrove, their starter, on the mound. And they're 2 outs now. And here's Josh Lowe. How about a solo home run? Nope. That's a fly out to center field. We're headed to the top of the 8th with a 7-4 game. Pittsburgh's in the lead. Walked him. So Clay Holmes, who pitched in yesterday's game, is going to come in now, and he walks his first batter. So with no outs, we have runners at 1st and 2nd, both on walks to start the inning. And there is another walk. So we've got the bases loaded now for Pittsburgh with nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Brian Reynolds coming to bat, and Leary's going to stick with Holmes, and he comes through with a strikeout there, but we still have 2 more outs to get. And they go home with it. Did they just get a double play? We just turned a double play. Yes. That was a 6-2-3 double play? Fantastic. I did not see us getting out of that inning with the bases loaded and no outs for Pittsburgh. I did not see us getting out of that inning without a run coming across the plate. But the Zephs came through. Now we got to get the bats going. Bottom of the 8th, trail by 3. Castro's leading off. Walked him. All right, we got a base runner. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, drop in there. So 1 out now. That's going to get in there. That's going to at least get the runner over to third. Okay, now we got something going. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out. Runners at second and third. Simmons at the plate. He struck him out, looking on a fastball. Here's Taylor. So this would be a great time for Taylor to improve his .210 average. Oh, yep. There we go. There we go. I think, yeah, that's an infield hit. RBI single for Michael Taylor. So we got a 7-5 game now. 2 outs, first and third. We're going to get another pinch hitter here. Drop in. There we go. That's going all the way to the wall. That's going to tie this thing up. This is the game we came to see. It's a double to drive into. Here's Rosario. Let's just go for the win right now. That might be an infield hit. Here's Iglesias. Looks like San Juan has a little Orioles magic going on right now. That's what I see happening here. Is that going to get in there? We're taking the lead. This is the best inning in team history, perhaps. Amazing. You stuck around when we were getting crushed, fans. You stuck around through the glitches in the stream, and you've been rewarded. 8-7. Josh Lowe at the plate now. Runners at second and third. And 2 outs. I would really like to pad our lead now. Nope, but hey, I'll take it. Fantastic inning. We score 4 runs to get the lead. Now we just need to shut them down. Let's see who we have left in the bullpen. I feel like we've burned through a lot of the guys we would normally go to, but I think we still have a couple players out there. Yep, Kelly's one of them. It looks like he's coming on right now here in the top of the 9th to face the top of the Pittsburgh order. Here we go. It all comes down to this. Mim, I really appreciate that you never lost faith. Keep the faith now while we got a runner on first and nobody out for Pittsburgh. Turn 2. We turn in 2? No. But we got 1 out, man on second. Oh, no, that's not good. That might drive in the tying run. It does. It's cool. It's cool. We're just setting it up for the walk-off. Josh Bell at the plate, who's just been ripping the cover off the ball. And that's ball 4. Were we pitching around him on purpose there? Here's Adam Frazier. Let's not let them get a lead here. Okay, 2 away. 2 away now. Mim is an emotional wreck in the comments. He can't handle this roller coaster. Is that... no. They just took a lead. Nine to 8. And that'll be the final out of the inning. But now we need a run. We need some Zephs magic again. Here we go. All right. Didn't Castro get it started last inning? Let's do it again. Just a replay of last inning will be fine. All right. There's one out. Here's Reddick. Okay, here we go. Man on. Setting it up. A bunt? What the hell are we doing? He threw it away. That's what we're doing. We were going for that. All right, so a bunt. I know I've got a small ball manager. With one out and a man on first, I don't know that I would have been doing the bunt there to eat up an out, but he didn't get out. And they threw it away, and now we've got somehow second and third. Nobody out. One out, and Simmons at the plate. Let's do this. Is he bunting too? No, it's not a bunt on purpose. That was just not a good hit. So it's going to come down to Michael Taylor. Perhaps the entire season, the history of the franchise on the line here. Michael Taylor at the plate. We need a run. Down to our last out. Runners at second and third. Let's go, Zephs. Come on. And he's going to strike out. And that's the game. I agree, Pat. Terrible call. That was a terrible call. Let's look at the stats. Yeah, Josh Bell was just on a tear. 3 for 4, 2 home runs and a walk. Scored 3, drove in 3. And the last place Pirates have now won 5 straight. 2 of them against your San Juan Zephyrs. We had the middle of our order here was this that's actually the 4, 5, and 6 hitters had a big day, and so did Taylor. And then he did make the last out of the game, though, but he's only going to come through so many times at the bat. That guy's glove. He's a glove. And our pitching, man, not great by Kelly. And he wasn't great in the other game either. Because I think that he only got charged with a run, but I think wasn't he the one in the other game who gave up the triple and the runs got put on, I think it was on Menez. So, yeah, this could have gone better. A big crowd of 17,193 here to see this team play. And I want to not get relegated, but I also need to make sure that because that wouldn't be good either. So, yep, too bad it was a loss. And I do appreciate you overreacting to everything. I'd like to see more of that. So, if anybody's up for it, we can stream game 3. It's just not looking good for the Zephs right now. And I was thinking if we kept winning, I'd keep going. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sim the rest of the season until the point where things get either interesting or Brian's opening another beer. All right. Well, if you're opening a beer, I think that seals it. We got to play one more here. So I'll play one more. And then, what I'm going to do after this Pittsburgh series is I'm just going to sim toward the end of the season. And if it gets interesting and we're looking like we're in the race to stay up in the majors and not be relegated, then I will do another live stream. Otherwise, I'll probably do the live stream update just as the season ends with the news that we've been sent back to the Premier Baseball League. We'll see. I hope it gets interesting because I feel like, especially after the trade deadline, we've got now a solid enough team. You'd think that we could simply just be one of the best, worst teams in baseball. That's all I'm really asking for right now. So let's get this rolling here. Brian's opening another beer. Let's get on with game 3 of this series. Pittsburgh has taken the first 2, and we're going to have Mitch Keller, the reigning Rookie of the Year. He also got some Cy Young votes here in the sim. We'll have him on the mound to face for Pittsburgh. Let's take a look at our starting lineup. Peraza's in this game. He is a Rule 5 guy, so he'll be in there. There's a change, and everything else is pretty much the same. We have Arrieta pitching. He's been back and forth from he was in the rotation early in the season. Then I had him in the pen. He wasn't pitching that great, but he did really well in middle relief. And then I needed, I guess because of some injuries and things, or somebody wasn't performing, I needed him to try starting again. So that's currently where he is. He's just having an okay season, mostly because his starts haven't been great. Any lineup change requests? I'll let you guys tell me. You got like 10 seconds to get them in the comments, and otherwise we're rolling with this lineup. And I don't think I'd make really any changes here. I'm good with giving Peraza a shot there at second base and keeping most of these guys the same. Although that means Iglesias isn't in the game, and he's been one of my best hitters lately. And I am thinking of making that one change here. Instead of Simmons. You're not allowed to control this team? Oh, I think I have to go back. Hold on. Will it let me do that? It might not let me change the lineup. You're not allowed to control this team. Interesting. If anybody has any ideas, let me know. I can control the lineup as the GM, but it's not letting me do it right now. Substitutions. Let's try that. Where were you seeing substitutions? Somewhere other than where I am right now? You've never tried it from this screen? PF Holden, you've always done it back on the previous screen before you say play? I think if you cancel and go back to the main screen, okay, it's set to AI. For the lineups? I don't see that. But I didn't see an option where so if I cancel a game, it's not going to affect anything. Right? So let's go out. You guys think I should do it here? The substitutions. This screen, look at the bottom of the list by the big Z. He still may not run this lineup. Yeah. So usually I do him here, but see, he has we have Iglesias in. Were we facing a lefty? I forget. Is that what it was? On that last stream where you change control to AI or you, the very last choice is substitutions. Oh, okay, got it. Okay. After I click play game. In the play game lineup screen. The very last choice is substitutions. Okay. So I'm going to go back in here. And then, on substitutions here. Like that'll let me actually make substitutions before the game. I was thinking that was substitutions during the game. So let's see what happens. Let's go over here. And then we wanted to put Iglesias in at shortstop. Well, let me do that. There we go. Excellent. Thank you, Mim. Let's see if that works. So then we've got him at shortstop, and I want to move him up. And GM Pat had a suggestion earlier in the comments. He was saying to move the 1 and 2 hitters down. Yeah, definitely the 2 hitter, especially. I'd like to get this guy up there. Yeah, we can change this lineup now here. I think that this. I think this will still stick once we get out to the other. You want low lead off? Okay. You like his OPS number? Because Reddick's pretty good there too. So I could flip these guys. We could go low, Iglesias, Reddick. I like rotating if I can on the lefty righty too, to mess with the other team if they want to bring in a reliever. So I'm thinking of switching Castro and Rosario too. That's not a huge difference, but worth it. My manager might change it back, but if you wait until after the game starts to give back control of the subs to the AI, he probably won't change things needlessly. Okay. Okay, cool. So I think this lineup's looking better. All right. Any other changes? Is this a fake Orioles GM Pat approved lineup right now? Any other commenters? Do we have any OOTP World Series champion managers here in the comments section that would like to change this lineup? I'm going to go forward and we're going to see what happens. Do it. All right. So I think we're going to do start the game. Did he leave it alone? Yeah. So, okay, cool. So if I do start the game here, hopefully he leaves it alone, and then I can adjust substitutions once we get inside. And I think I can do that under, I think I do that under options. I can't even remember because it's been, I don't usually have to update it in the in-game. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Cool. And he stuck with the lineup. All right. I'm just going to stick with my webcam option here on the side and the game on screen. I don't know if that's big enough for you guys. If it's not good, let me know. But I just was thinking I'd give this a shot to see if we have any glitchiness this way. Let me know. And here we go. We got one out. Arrieta retires the first batter of the inning. Oh, offensive strategy is set to me. Okay, I will change that. Though, hey, maybe don't want this guy running the offense. We'll give it back to Leary, the manager who managed to get this team out of the Premier Baseball League and up into Major League Baseball. But we'll see what happens this season and whether he's around next season. All right, there's a walk. Josh Bell, the Zephyr killer, has done it again. All right, 416 feet. That guy is on a tear. But I'm not worried about it because I feel like this lineup for San Juan today is going to put some serious runs on the board. Leadoff hitter Josh Lowe. Is he going yard right away? There we go. Nice. Look at this lineup. All right, so one out. Here's Reddick. You're right, Mim. GM Pat came through for us. I had Lowe batting third. He wanted him first, and it paid off. All right, so going to the top of the second, we got a 2-1 game. I wonder how long Jake's going to last here on the mound. Not looking impressive to start off here. But I'm sure our bullpen would appreciate him making it out of the second inning. Those guys have been logging a bunch of innings this series. Rosario just laid out and snagged that one. Yeah, I wonder why he was already tired starting the game. Okay. 4-1 now. And he's not only was he tired early, but he's getting even more tired fast here. All right, that ends the inning, but it's 4-1 Pirates. Struck him out. Change up. Got him. I don't know, Mim, if I have rain outs turned on. I imagine I do. I also, with some of the trades I made recently, but I think this was a few weeks ago in the sim, I shuffled some of the pitching around after the trades, but I don't think that was recently enough that it would have affected things. Great. Josh Bell's up. We're going to get him this time. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, here's Newman. And he's safe with an infield hit. 2 outs. Be nice for Arrieta to get this out. He doesn't have a great deal left there. All right. We'll see if he's back out for the 4th. I think he has enough. They'd bring him out for the 4th, but he needs to get some quick outs. Here's Peraza. Base hit. All right, all right. So Arrieta's going to bat. Interesting. And he bunts the guy over because we're a small ball team. And here's first inning hero Josh Lowe. All right, 2 outs. Iglesias is up. He might leg this out. There we go. All right, Peraza's at third. Iglesias is at first. We got 2 outs. We've got Reddick at the plate. Okay. Is it going to get out? No. Thought that might make it to the wall, but nope. Okay, here's Socrates. His defense is not as good in OOTP21 as it was in, I think it was 20, or it's just in my sim. But I looked at him because I think in last year's game, he was really strong defensively, if I remember correctly. Or I just had him as a prospect and I brought his defense up in the minors, but he was a great defensive player. All right, that retires the side. Okay. Jake saves the bullpen another inning. All right, 1 away. Here's Castro. Strike 3 on a curveball. There's a walk. Okay, Rosario. Another walk. You get him at first? I think, yep, you got him. Okay. So we strand 2, and it's 4-1 headed to the top of the 5th. Arrieta's still out there. And there's an out. But that ball was hit well. Arrieta's just kind of gutting this thing out. He's looking tired. That first out was a well-hit ball. And he's going to let him pitch to Josh Bell, who actually has a fire logo next to his name. but they'll leave him in here, even though he's extremely tired. Not the move I would make. I think he's going to get him. All right. He gets it done. And he's going to bat now. He's going to let him bat. What? Come on. He has nothing left. He's lucky he got through that inning so easily. And we're down by 3. It's time to get somebody else up there unless he goes yard. No, he's out. He's out. Here's Josh Lowe, the leadoff hitter. That's going to drop in there. He's got a single. Get in there. He got thrown out. Come on. We're going to steal our way out of this series. We're going to steal our way into relegation. I agree, Mim. This manager is not impressive. I looked to see if I could get a better manager at one point, knowing that this guy might not be good enough in the majors. And there wasn't anybody available at the time. And I didn't, look. I haven't looked often because early in the season, I just thought, I'll give him a shot. He won the championship in the Premier League. So I thought, let's give him what he earned, the chance to manage the team the next year in the majors. And I'm just not impressed. I hope he hears me down in the dugout too. Okay. So, bottom of the sixth, we've got Reddick up. Let's see what other dumb decisions we can make this inning. Is he going to get an infield single? Cool. All right, let's have him steal, guys. Quick, bunt him over. And let's do this. Let's bunt him over, and then we'll get thrown out stealing third. How about that? Oh, yeah, I could override his strategy. How's that work? If you override a guy's strategy, though, obviously then they would play that strategy with your team going forward. But are different guys better at the game as a manager with different strategies? Like what if I switch his strategy? What does that do? Will he won't be a better manager, but I at least would have my team playing a better style of baseball where they don't bunt their way out of innings and steal at the wrong times. So with 2 outs, we have first and second, and Rosario's at the plate. It is a big at bat. Did he strike him out? Yes, he did. Yeah, ma'am, I'll give it a shot. Maybe I can get him out of playing small ball. And so there's 1 out. That was a nice catch. But he might not be a great manager either way, but it might be worth a few more wins. All right, we're going to throw that ball away, it looks like, and now they've got a runner on second with 1 out. So, yeah, Kramer's on second. And that's going to get in there. That'll drive in the run to make it a 5-1 game. It's going to be a double. So, man on second, drives in a run. We got 1 out. Pirates batting here in the top of the 7th. Will Smith is still out there. He's been in the game for a little bit now. For him, he's now an inning and 2/3. I don't know how much longer he's planning to leave him in. I know he's got a lot of tired arms in the bullpen. I should have looked at that before this game because I might have been able to send 1 or 2 guys down who still have some options left and brought up some fresh arms. I didn't think to do that. That's on me. That's on me, everybody. All right, 6-1 here, bottom of the 7th. Peraza's at the plate. Yeah, Brian, this is turning into a rough series. And this makes it really hard to climb out of the hole. This was the series where I thought if we could take 2 out of 3 or all 3, we'd then have the Pirates within reach if we played well the rest of the season, and they struggled. But now, not only do the Zephs have to keep winning, but we need the Pirates to lose to other teams. So Bell is safe at first. No, I'm sorry. Lowe is safe at first. It was Bell trying to get him out there. So with 2 outs, we've got a man on first. And that'll do it. We head to the top of the 8th. Pirates are leading 6-1. And I think Kinsler's coming on. And that should be the first out of the inning. Fly ball to Rosario. Mim, thanks for that comment. I just want to let you know, backseat GM and backseat managing is very welcome on this channel. So we're all in this together, trying to keep San Juan up in the majors. Someday, maybe if I get a couple World Series wins under my belt with the Zephs, maybe I'll tell everybody just to keep their thoughts and strategy to themselves. But right now, man, we got to keep this team up. I need everybody's brain power. All right, so Reddick's on. So no outs here in the bottom of the 8th. We got a man on. It's time to put something together. Let's go. At least make it thrilling again like the last game. Yeah, I'd say, Mim, I'd say that GM Pat has a lot more experience than I do. He's played it, I don't know, I feel like he's played this game for like 10 years. I've played it a good bit, but 2 things. He's played it a lot more years, and he has actually gotten me deeper into some of the stats that are really important to, I think, doing well in this game. So I was already into war, and, I don't know how far I had delved into that stuff, but he definitely got me to take it to another level, and I still have a lot of work to do to get to GM Pat levels with this stuff. GM Pat, OOTP YouTube legend. Somebody gave GM Pat a shout out in the Reddit forums the other day in the title of their post. Something about how they won a championship, and it must be because they spent, instead of working, they were spending so much time watching PF Holden videos. Okay, so we've got the bases loaded right now here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Enough about GM Pat's accomplishments. Let's talk about what the Zephyrs have here in front of them. Here we go. Big at bat. And we're going to ground out. That's what we're going to do. Okay. So, top of the 9th. Kinsler's still on. Let's just shut him down real quick and then just pick up a quick 6 runs in the bottom of the inning and win this thing. But there's an infield hit, I think, to start things off. No, it said Brito was retired easily. That did not look easy on my screen. There's a strikeout. All right, so they got a man aboard here with 2 outs. Okay, that's going to do it. He's going to run it over. Instead of tossing to shortstop at second, he runs it over. Okay, here we go. All right, good. Good move. I like, this is a good sign from our manager. He is here in the bottom of the 9th, going to pinch hit for the pitcher. Excellent. Looks like he's dialed in a little bit. Dozier's 0 for 9 as a pinch hitter, though. But I think, did he just go yard? Is that going to get out? No, makes the catch. Sorry, I'm like the baseball announcers who get way too excited about a deep fly ball. Josh Lowe, first inning hero. Ooh, but he's not going to do it here in the 9th. He goes down on strikes. Zephs are down to their last out here against Pittsburgh, down 6-1. Starting to feel like Bob Uecker doing play-by-play for the Cleveland Indians in the Major League Series. Here's Iglesias. And that'll do it. Let's look at some bad stats. So the Pirates came into town and they dominated. They swept us. And we really don't have a lot to be proud about. That one thrilling come from behind to take the lead in game 2 when we put together that magical inning. That was really the highlight of the series. Our pitching, they got to be dead tired. They got to hit the beach tomorrow here in San Juan and get a little R&R. They must all be exhausted. And our bats just didn't have it this game. Weren't keeping up with the Pirates like we did in the previous game. So let's look at this hole we have to climb out of now. What happened? What did we get? I got a little unlocked an achievement for that thrilling first inning home run. Can tell on the pop-ups if it's gone based on the animations of the outfielders. Oh, okay, got it. If only one runs for it, it's a home run. If two, it's almost always a pop-up. Okay, good to know. So let's look at the standings now. And yeah, 49 and 84. Hopefully we can still stay ahead of Columbus. And then, I don't know. This is, they've almost got a 10-game lead on us now. Not looking great there. Oh, the other thing, this is interesting. So for anybody else who's thinking about doing promotion and relegation in their leagues, the draft was a little hard to settle on, how to do the draft. Because what I did is I created this association so that the Premier Baseball League and Major League Baseball are form an association, because that's what lets you not do the promotion and relegation. That's set up separately, but it lets you share a draft. So you can share the amateur draft. See you, Brian. Thanks for tuning in, man. Sorry the series didn't go better. So, and the Rule 5 draft. So it lets you share those things, because I thought it would be kind of weird if the Premier League and Major League each had their own drafts for Rule 5s each year and for the amateur level. And then those teams were getting promoted and dropped down. I just felt like if this were to be real life, if they even did a draft, if they added promotion and relegation, that they would share one draft pool. So I set that up. But what happens is you end up with there's 3 options for how to do the draft order. I ended up going with winning percentage, because that was the one that got it closest to something where the worst teams were still rewarded. And what I mean is that unless I did a custom draft order, which would have taken a long time, and I could have exported it to Excel and put it back in, but unless I did a custom draft order every year, it was going to be hard to get it to tell the difference between a team that did really well in Major League Baseball versus in the lower Premier League. So I would have been, so you end up where the worst teams in Major League Baseball and the worst teams in the Premier League are picking up towards the top, but you can end up with a team that does worst overall in Major League Baseball, picking ahead of the worst teams in the PBL, which are much worse. They need the draft picks better. So I just ended up settling on winning percentage for the first year, but I have a feeling at future general managers meetings, this will be a topic of conversation. I bet when we go into the winter meetings, there's going to be a lot of lot of rumblings about maybe some changes coming. So stay tuned. And that's it. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to sim till things either get exciting or the season ends, and then I'll do another live stream with an update on where things stand and what we're going to do going forward. If we're going to stick in the major leagues or if we're going to go down to the Premier Baseball League again. If we do go down, I'm hopeful that we can quickly bounce right back up, because I feel like we have, at least as of a year ago, we had a team that was strong enough to win that championship, and we're better now. We'll have to see, because then a whole nother round of free agency will have occurred and teams will have more draft picks up. We'll have to see if we can still be one of the best PBL teams if we do end up getting relegated. But I'm not giving up yet. I'm hoping the Pirates just tank here and that we can catch them and stick. And then it'll be interesting to see which teams get promoted, if any of the 4 major league teams that went down, if any of them don't manage to get promoted again. So that is it. Thanks for tuning in. If any of you aren't subscribed, please click the button and click the like button on the video as well to help it get seen by as many people as possible. And thanks for checking it out. And go Zephs.